What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Diginated, your one-stop shop for all things Digimon TCG related. Today, I've got something super special for you guys, and I am so excited to share it with you. Diginated's first ever market watch video, and spoiler alert, stocks are down. Today is the day to buy some Digimon cards. It is a buyer's market for sure with the full release of BT5. And let me tell you, I've been on there all day searching to see what I want to buy because cards have just tanked. If you're one of those people that invested into the pre-sale prices, man, I am so sorry for you. Then again, not really. You should have never done that, right? Paying 60 bucks for a Lord Knightmon that you know is coming out in a few weeks. It's now like 8 or 9 bucks. Yeah, don't ever invest into the pre-sale prices. That's the one thing you should know about the market. Never invest into that stuff. But that's why I'm here. I hope I can help you guys for future purposes, whether it be for future sets, competitive decks. I just want to help you guys invest your money properly into the Digimon marketplace. So without further ado, let's hop into the market. So the first card we're going to start with is Lord Knightmon. We're going to try to go with mainly BT5 cards, or cards that are going to be used in BT5. And of course, like your top tier decks, what they play, how I think the card is going to stay, like where it's going to stay at, if it's going to go up, if it's going to go down. And there's going to be some cards in here for like future sets as well, and cards from previous sets. We're just going to kind of go over a few different cards here. So Lord Knightmon is sitting at $9.49 right now. This actually has gone up $1 in the last 10 minutes since I started this video. It was at like $8.50 last I checked. So we all know Lord Knightmon is going to be like top of the meta. It's probably the best deck, the most consistent deck of the format, and it's just really good at what it does. It's comparable to Yellow War Gray from last set, where he just dominated the format, and we saw that card sit around 10 to 15 bucks or so. That's where it kind of settled. You know, pre-sale was like, I don't even remember it. I know it was at least 50 bucks, which was outrageous. So Lord Knightmon, it's now at like $9.50. I think it'll sit there for a while. We got the regionals coming up the whole month of August, right? So whenever that starts happening and Lord Knightmon starts winning more and more, we're going to see this card either go up maybe just a hair, but in the long run, I think this card will settle down probably around the $6 or $7 mark. It's very comparable to Yellow or Greymon, which is what we're going to talk about next. Look at this. This card is sitting at $3 now. This card dominated the last format and was, you know, a decent price, and now it's $2.99. This card you can still play. You can still play Yellow or Greymon. Of course, it's not the best deck, but you can use this as a supplemental mega to Lord Knightmon. It kind of does the same, similar thing. Not the same thing, but it does something similar. It's splashable. It's still very good. This card is super cheap. I don't see it going below $2.99. I kind of think that's a little low for the card, to be honest with you. While we're here, let's talk about this Yellow or the Red War Greymon. North America loves security control, right? The deck is super good, and it got so many buffs this set with like Ultimate Flare and Zwart Defeat. Of course, this card doesn't stop Zwart Defeat, but if we see security control start just dominating these regionals and the Evo Cups that are coming in September, this card 100% will jump up. Maybe not this version of it. This version will probably go up a little bit, but definitely the alt art. The alt art will 100% jump up. So I would definitely be looking out for this card. Next up, we got Pulsemon, you know, the promo that was very elusive to everybody. This is kind of where it sat last format. It was around 40 bucks. I actually just recently sold a play set of mine for like 110 bucks. So somebody got a deal. But 40 bucks is pretty reasonable, to be honest, for the Pulsemon. We got 29 listings. Yeah, there's another Pulsemon coming out next set that's really good. But you can still honestly play this Pulsemon next set as well. And this card is going to be used so much in Lord Knightmon. $40 is pretty good, to be honest. If you don't have your pulses, I would probably pick them up right now because I can see them going up and definitely not down by any means. They're very limited supply for being a promotional card. Next, we've got the Lucimons. Wow, $69, 30 listings for just the secret rare, 21 listings at $80 for the alt art. Personally, I own a set of the alt arts because 80 bucks for this alt art is not a steal, but that's a really good price tag for Lucimons. I mean, if you're looking to pick up Lucimons, definitely just get the alt arts for $10 more than the secret rare. I mean, you see Zwart, what it did this set. It's sitting like, right now I think it's like 40 or 50 bucks, which we'll see here soon. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of comparable to Zwart D of this set. It's sitting at $69 for a Lucimon secret rare. I would not pick these up. I definitely think these will go down. I can see the alternate arts staying where they are, possibly going up a little bit more. But yeah, I wouldn't pick up the secret rare Lucimons. One of my personal favorite cards coming into this set as like a Lord Knightmon tech is Rafflesimon. This is so rare for a BT3 super rare. It's at $1.60. That's just, man, I can dig that out of my couch, you know? That card, and it's a really, really good card. It's searchable, by the way. Lord Knightmon has cards that can search this card. Your alt arts are only sitting at $11.60 with 43 listings. It's kind of a steal. I don't think they'd go any lower. I would personally pick up some alt arts just in case, because we saw everybody was teching it in. Like your security control players were playing Rafflesimon last format. It's just a really, really good card. I would keep an eye on this card. Definitely pick up some super rares if you don't have them already. Lilithmon. We all know Lilithmon Loop is super hyped up right now. People think it's the best purple deck. I think it's the best purple deck, especially of course when it pops off, you know. But I'm still not a fan of it. 80 bucks, 20 listings for the alt art. Ugh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I mean, you gotta have it for Lilith Loop, and it has come down a little bit. But I remember not long ago when this card like you were starting to see this card in like the $50 range for the alt art, which was awesome because I was looking to finish my BT1 playsets and pick up some Lilith alts, but I kind of didn't do that, and now here I am waiting for them to drop again. So hopefully they'll drop again. I think they will eventually, especially if Lilith Loop doesn't do anything at these regional levels events. This card will definitely come down. 37 for a super rare Lilith, that's just kind of insane. 33 listings at it. I would not invest into your Liliths, but if you wanted to be safe, you could buy them now just in case they do start winning events, and then that's only going to shoot the price up even more. So definitely keep an eye on these, especially the alt arts. Another card that I think is just insanely undervalued is Rafflesimon. This card got a lot of support with BT5, and it's got more support coming up in future sets. Yeah, it's not super good right now. I remember when this card first came out, I mean, everybody thought this was going to be the best deck, and I know at my locals nobody played Rafflesimon, and if they did, they just pretty much never won. The card is a really good card, and it's 69 cents for a super rare. That's kind of insane. I would personally definitely be stocking these. Yeah, there's 125 listings. I would be buying these up. I would definitely sit on them. Definitely the alt arts. $7.92 for an alt art Rafflesimon. Man, I've got my playset ready, set back. Of course, I'm going to be playing some Digisorption decks this format, but yeah, I would definitely pick up your Rafflesimons if you haven't already. It's just super value right now. Okay, Rafflesimon. People were hyping up. The real people aren't like hyping up green like they were. Yeah, OTK green is probably going to be the best deck, and Rafflesimon, you're not really focus around it. You can make decks that focus on Rafflesimon, but this card single-handedly is the reason why green has a good yellow matchup. Whenever you can stop the Lord Knightmon from attacking, period, or there was Zwart from attacking, period. Of course, Zwart's not in Lord Knightmon, but you get what I'm saying. When you can stop when attacking effects just for Digibursting 2, and it's a one cost level 6 on top of another level 6, that's really good. I don't know why this card is only $1.92. I understand that the market is flooded with them right now because of the full release. 75 listings at $1.92. This card, pick them up now, because when green starts topping and winning events, I think we will see a price increase here. Personally, I think that's just way too low for Rafflesimon. Next, continue with the green theme, we've got Nidhogg. Super rares, we got 49 listings at $6.60. I think that's pretty reasonable. The best card in green by far. One of the most broken cards in the game. Definitely one of the reasons why I was attracted to green was because of Nidhoggmon. and the ability to suspend your opponent's Digimon is kind of just broken. This is just a board wipe. And then you got your alt art at 46 listings for 20 bucks. I think that's undervalued. I think this card, you can see it going up, maybe just a little bit, not like a whole lot, but if green start topping, and you can even make decks around Nidhogg because of all the Digiburst support we have now, you might see this card go up a little bit more, not too much more. It's pretty good for both of those cards. Next, we've got Imperial Drama, all of them. Blue, green, alt arts. Wow, 62 listings for 560. These were just at like 8 or 9 bucks the other day. They're coming down, and I'm not really sure why, because, you know, it's an older set. They just announced new support coming in the classic set for Imperial Drama, so you would think that these would maybe go up a little bit. 24 bucks for the blue alt art. Only 17 listings too. I would definitely, if you don't have them already, oh wow, $14.95 for the alt art green. Yeah, 10 for the secret rare. Yeah, definitely invest in your Imperial Dramons for future sets because it does get support and it's still a really, really good deck. Some people consider it tier 1. I'd probably put it like high tier 2, low tier 1.5. Super good deck, really consistent. It does what it does very well. Yeah, definitely pick up some Imperial Dramons of both colors. That's kind of insane, actually. Next, we've got Lobomon. Lobomon alts, 35 bucks at 38 listings. I mean, several decks play this. Imperial, Hexa, your blue-green Rookie Rush. 35 bucks for the alt art. That's really not that bad. At 38 listings, it's not. And then you got your power-up promo pack, 9 bucks. I could see this one coming down maybe just a hair more. I don't think it's going to go up anymore. I don't think this Lobomon's really going to go up either. I think 35 bucks is a good point for that card. Next up, let's just look at all the official tournament pack. The Volume 1 specifically because, you know, we got a bunch of new diabolomon support and BT5. People were really excited to play diabolomon. I think it's the best black deck, but I still think black in general is just not that good. Greymon, 7 listings. Only 7 listings at 35. Yeah, of course, this set isn't in rotation anymore, so you can't get these anymore. So maybe that's why these are so expensive. I would personally not pay $35 for this Greymon. It's not even that good. I mean, yeah, that plus 1,000 DP on your opponent's turn. All your diabolomons are mainly 11k, so you make them 12k. But decks don't really care too much about that. Yellow just decreases your DP. Green has boosters in it, so, and red, of course, is red. They just swing at you with a lot of DP. The diabolomon promo, you need a couple copies of this one at least if you're playing diabolomon. 75 bucks. There was a point where this card was getting almost down in the $40 range before this set, which I understand. I know one of my buddies, one of my teammates actually invested into like 20 of this card. It was very smart. I mean, yeah, if you look forward to future sets, this card got up to like back up to like 100 bucks. So he definitely plussed off that. $75, 23 listings. If diabolomon tops an event or wins an event anywhere, you will see this card go up more. Personally, I think it's at a good place for now. If you need them, go ahead and pick them up. But if diabolomon does nothing, and you don't see it topping any of these regional events, this card will go down for sure. So just be careful. If you need them and you really like diabolomon and you want to play it, you got to get some. I feel comfortable doing it right now at 75. Kurisarimon, the card's probably just going to keep going down. Nobody really plays it, to be honest. The Infamon, it's at a decent price. It may go down a little bit more. Nobody really plays it. They did play it in like the Megazoo variants and the Crest Garurumon variants, so it is splashable. Oh, the Demi Devi has dropped to $24.90 with 36 listings. I like that. This card's good for purple. It's not that great. Definitely think you'll see it come down. The only thing that's really keeping these up in value is the fact that this isn't in rotation anymore. And then of course the Devi, the Venom, and the Lucimon are all super cheap. If you're a collector, I mean, you can pick these up at any time really. I don't see these going up ever. So definitely pick these up if you're a collector. Oh, next we got the event from the Evo Cup, right? So Tribal War Greymon is kind of hyped up by a lot of people, and it's very good at what it does. It's very consistent, adds a lot of consistency to red, fixes a lot of their problems that they had. And you get the promo Koromon, 10 listings for $88. If Red Tribal starts doing well in these regionals and things, these are all going to go up 100%. Maybe not this one. This one probably wouldn't go up. It's good, but I mean, no, not that one. This one could definitely go up. And I don't see it really going down much either, because until we know what is coming in the Evo Cups for September for prizes, we don't know if they're reprinting these specific prize cards or if they're going to make a new set of prize cards. So if they do announce new prize cards, these will only go up in value, in my opinion. If they announce reprints, these may go down a little bit, but they won't go down very much. Only 4 listings of the Greymon at 420.69. Wow, that's very convenient. But yeah, I don't, like I said, I just don't see these going down too much at all right now. If anything, they might actually go up, because if you're like me, I definitely like my rarities. I like to have the nice shiny pretty cards, nice to look at. So yeah, just keep your eye out on these. If you have these, hold on to them. I'm holding on to mine. Well, I haven't even gotten mine yet, but as soon as I get them, I'm definitely going to hold on to them for a little bit longer. Next, we got up all of the Great Legend Power Up Pack cards. These have these tanked. So like whenever I ordered a case of BT4, and whenever I got it, these Power Up cards were like, man, they were like $50 to $80 a piece. I was selling them like candy, because I was like, there's just no way. I get that they're promotional, you know, you only get the pack for buying like cases or whatever, and they're limited, but there's just no way cards like that can retain that kind of value. Look at the Sunazari, he's just sitting at $8. I think that card could probably go lower. The promo Palmon sit at $23.20 for 53 listings. It's a very vital part of green, and I know a lot of people are cutting this card in their green decks for BT5. I don't really understand that, because this card is so freaking good. I can see this card going back up in value, because people are just undervaluing it right now. And if green starts taking off, you know, again, this card will certainly go up a little bit. Not anything crazy, but it will definitely go up. The Goonies, I can see them coming down even more from 650. Maybe not a whole lot, but they'll definitely come down. The Gatomon. Now this one, I recently just picked up a playset of non-foil and foiled, because I believe we're getting a lot of Mastimon support next set, and I think that this one has the most potential out of all these to go up in price. Maybe not like a gigantic amount, but I definitely think this card will go up in price because of the Mastimon support we are getting. And the card itself is really, really good. I mean, a blocker and then a recovery +1, that's just good. The Lobomon, we've already talked about it. The Demi Devi, I think that's a reasonable price for it. Nobody's really playing that deck. I mean, the deck's, it's one of those fun decks, you know, that's not really ever going to do anything in the competitive scene. And the competitive scene does affect the marketplace a lot. So yeah, that's what I think about the Great Legend Power Up packs. Okay, and then next we've got the BT4 Great Dash packs. This one kind of irks me, because these cards were so hyped up whenever we got BT4. And they're all very, 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 very good. And the green, and again, we've got the green Grand Kawaga promo. This card's $250 for 61 listings. This was arguably one of the best decks last format, and personally, I think it's the best green deck going into BT5. I think this card is super undervalued. I'm not really sure why it's at $250. These cards were limited, you know. It's a dash pack. You see like the dash pack Gabumons going up in price, the dash pack Agumons from BT1 going up in price. I think you're going to see the same thing here with these cards. Maybe not this set. I think you'll see it a little bit, but future, this is 100% a good investment in my opinion. $250 across the board pretty much. Metal Guru is at $3. That card's, it's really good itself. One of the worst purple decks, but it's still, like, for a collector standpoint, I think these cards are amazing to pick up now. Get you a play set of them. From a competitive aspect, get your Grand Kawagas now, because I don't see them going any lower than $250. That's just kind of chump change, really. I mean, and the Black War Gray, $268 with 59 listings. Like I said, it's kind of in the same category as the Metal Gurumon. I would pick it up now, personally. And Chaosmon. I've seen a lot of green builds opting to go with Valder Arm over just the regular Chaosmon. Not too sure I really agree with that. I guess it kind of goes I guess it kind of just depends on what you're wanting to do with the deck, but I prefer the regular Chaosmon, and the alternate arts are only 28 bucks at 39 listings. Once again, if green starts topping and winning events, I can see this one going up in price for sure. And then of course you got the yellow decks that are gonna be running around playing at least 2 copies of Valor Arm. This card was like $50 when the set first came out. I sold multiple copies of this card because, I mean, you really didn't know what would happen with this card, because in BT1 we saw Omni, you know, it's still like a $30-something card. And I kind of like, it kind of matches up with that card, but this card tanked as well. It's at 11 bucks right now. I don't really see it going too much lower than that. At 39 listings, it might go up just a little bit. But yeah, if you're playing yellow, and I guess green, you definitely need your Valor Arms if you're playing yellow, and green if you kind of want to get fancy and mess with that kind of build. But yeah, definitely get you the alternate art Chaosmons for sure. And then last, oh gosh, all the Omnis. All of the Omnis. Man, okay. So the BT1 alternate art Omni sitting at $140 at 27 listings. I think this is a steal. This was the chase card of BT1. To me, this is the one card like I would want in my collection as a 4-off for sure. I actually just pulled my 4th one a couple weeks ago at our locals. I bought 6 packs of BT1 after I won the locals. And I actually pulled my last alt art Omnimon. I was so excited, but I think this card is super undervalued for 140 bucks, and it's splashable in this meta with all the cards that search out Omni and reduce the evolution cost. I think this is a steal of a deal, actually. I don't see it going any lower. I remember a point this card was like almost $500 whenever this game first came out, and now it's sitting at 140. It's kind of sad, but yeah, I would get these. Same thing with your super rare Omni. $32 at 68 listings. I don't really see it going much lower than this. I mean, it's an old card. It's from BT1. It's still relevant. Like, you can still play it in today's meta. I don't see it going down. Omnimon's Wart sitting at 14. That's pretty reasonable. A lot of purple decks are gonna be playing this. It's the best level, in my opinion. It's the best level 7 that purple and black really that have gotten. Its effect, its when digivolving effect is broken, its when attacking effect is absolutely insane. That card is so good. This card was just like 50 bucks a couple of days ago, so I hope you didn't invest into the pre-sale prices for that one. So let's talk about these two. Omnimon Alter S. I think out of all the Omnis, it's one of the better options going into BT5. You got the secret rare version sitting at $42.50. A little pricey, especially when you compare it to the alternate art. You got it sitting at $50.95 with 38 listings. If I'm looking to buy Alter S's, which actually I kind of am actually, I would invest into the alternate art over the secret rare, because $50.95, that's kind of cheap. That's actually really cheap. I can see this card going up for sure, and this card maybe going down a little bit. But yeah, definitely get your alternate art over the secret rare. That's just, when the gap is like that, when it's close like that, always go with the alternate, because the alternates are always going to hold value over just your regular secret rares. You got the super rare Omni from BT5 sitting at $12.49. That's pretty reasonable. Same thing as Swart kinda. I don't see it going down too much more. It might after the set kind of, the newness wears off. I can see this card going down a little bit. This one kind of surprised me. I know that the secret rare pull rate is a lot higher in this set, but still, Omnimon's War Defeat, $39.19 at 45 listings. This card's going to be everywhere. This card is probably the most broken card in the game that we've gotten so far. I mean, it's got the security effect that you get to play it. It's got the when digivolving you pop a tamer. That's the only card in the game that does that right now. It's got an on deletion Gaia Force effect if they can delete your 13,000 DP Digimon. It's a purple and a black. I just don't see this card sitting at $39.19. I can see it going up for sure, especially when competitive play starts next weekend. I believe is the first regional, August 14th. Yeah, this card is super undervalued. Super undervalued. Definitely get your Zort Ds if you haven't, like today. Like, get them now. Yeah, and then even your alt art's $59 for the alt art. Yeah, I mean, you compare it to the Lucimon. You saw that the Lucimon earlier was like, what, 70 bucks for the secret rare and like 80 bucks for the alt art. I mean, that's what I compare it to. Sure, the pull rates are a little bit more here, but still, that's extremely cheap. I'd be looking up to pick up Sword Defeats if I were you guys. The Alt Art Zwarts, 55 and 41. I can see these coming down a little bit. There's just so many alts of this set of the same cards. And then the Omnis, 34, 34, 34, 35. Wow. Antibody, $70 at 40 listings. What? Okay, so this card was like almost 200 bucks for pre-release. Personally, this is the chase card of the set, is the Alt Art Antibody. It's not broken by any means. This card is extremely good. The artwork looks fantastic. I'm 100% going to buy these maybe today as soon as I finish recording this video. 70 bucks. Get your playset now, because I don't see them going any lower. It's very comparable to the Alt Art Omni from BT1 that's sitting at $140 right now. That's kind of shocking right there. Personally, I would not invest into any of the Alt Art Omnis outside of the Antibody and of course the Defeat. I'm talking about the regular Omnis. I would not invest into those. You got your regular Antibody sitting at $22.32 for 71 listings. That's pretty well priced. I would pick those up. Like today, like I said, today you're almost safe buying anything today, because today is just a buyer's market 100%. You can get so many good deals, and then you can get on like your Facebook Marketplace and buy cards there. You can get them even cheaper. Like today is the day to buy cards. And then you got your Omnimon from the Evo Cup. That's, of course, there's no listings because nobody has received theirs yet that I'm aware of. But man, when they do, I cannot wait to see this card prices on the market. Even if there's even a listing on TCG Player, which I'm not sure if there will be. But yeah, guys, that's all I got for you guys this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to try to do these market watch videos about every 2 weeks or so, because the market doesn't fluctuate just too much. It's kind of simmered down a lot from what it used to be. This game used to be all over the place with prices, but it's kind of calming down. It's making it more accessible to new players, and I love the direction that it's going for collectors, competitive players, and casual players, which I myself have all three of those. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. You know, pepper breath that like button, blue blasted that subscribe button, and remember, keep it digital.